You know very well, without knowing why and how, interpreting what is very difficult. So today we are going to see the mechanism behind lung ultrasound findings. Vanakkam, this is Dr. Sivaraja, pulmonologist, and welcome to Pulmosonogram Pearls. In our last video, we have seen how the sliding pleura and A lines of normal lung occurs. You can see the same sonoanatomy in all 8 essential zones on both sides and even in posterior zones also. After skin, subcutaneous tissue and intercostal muscles in between two ribs, you can see pleural sliding, which means both parietal and visceral pleura are in contact. Always remember, air is the enemy of ultrasound. An ultrasound beam will not pass beyond, and we can see only the reverberation artifact called A lines below the pleural line, and that means underlying lung, at least peripheral parts, are normal. In zone 3, that is infraaxillary region, you can see the same, but in the same region you can see liver anteriorly and diaphragm as a hyperechoic line, curved line marginating the liver. Beyond the diaphragm, what actually is your lung? But ultrasound beam only can pass through the liver, soft tissues like liver and diaphragm. Beyond diaphragm, the aerated enemy will not allow the beam. So you can only see the mirror image artifact of the liver, like our A-line artifact of the pleura. During inspiration, you can see the lung and pleura come down as a screen to overshadow the liver. This is called as curtain sign and it is normal. Imagine the first box as skin and subcutaneous tissue and the second one as pleura. Beyond that, if there is normal lung, you can only see sliding pleura and A lines. In M mode, you can see the portion above the pleura is not moving and represented by horizontal straight lines. The portion below pleura is represented by grainy appearance because of normal lung movements. This is called sandy beach appearance. In pneumothorax, there is air in between two pleura. You can see non-sliding pleura with A lines. Because of there is no lung movement, in M mode, you can see straight horizontal lines above and below the pleura. This is called barcode or stratosphere sign. Consider pulmonary edema. The interstitium is filled with some amount of fluid. The air fluid ratio of lung is reduced, or in other words, the water content of lung is increased. The lung is here kind enough to allow ultrasound beam beyond the pleura, but because of the air fluid mixture of alveoli and interstitium, the beam will bounce to and fro between the interstitium and the transducer. It will produce another artifact called B lines, which are vertical. In small peripheral consolidations, some peripheral alveoli are filled with exudates and the water content is even more increased than the pulmonary edema. Ultrasound will pass through this and manage to produce some hypoechoic shadows. The similar mechanism is applicable to small contusions because of blood and pulmonary infarcts because of necrotic tissue or fluid. In translobar consolidation, the whole lobe is filled with inflammatory exudates. It will allow ultrasound generously to produce a tissue-like image. Lung will look like liver. This is sonographic hepatization, like our pathological hepatization of consolidation. And this is known as tissue-like sign or simply lung sign. What happens in pleural effusion? The fluid accumulation in between two pleura, which is friendly, will allow ultrasound and produce anechoic or hypoechoic area with chest wall as superficial border and lung as deep border and ribs as superior and inferior borders. This is known as square sign of pleural effusion. So depending upon the water content, the ultrasound will pass through the lung and produce the various opacities and artifacts. Now you know why and how the images are produced. So interpretation is very easy, isn't it? I am Dr. Sivaraja signing off, and we will meet again.